Welcome. Here we explore the fascinating world of books. Join us as we dive into the latest bestsellers, classic literature, and everything in between. Our mission is to share the joy of reading, offer insights and analysis, and connect with fellow bookworms around the globe. Whether you're a long-time book lover or just starting your reading journey, you're in the right place. So grab a cozy blanket, a cup of tea, and let's get lost in the world of lessons together. The first rule in this book is stand up straight with your shoulders back. It might sound like a simple piece of advice, but it's actually incredibly powerful. When you stand up straight, you show confidence and assertiveness, which can help you succeed in many areas of life. It also helps to improve your posture, which can prevent back pain and other health issues. Try to be aware of your posture throughout the day. Make a conscious effort to stand up straight and pull your shoulders back. You can also practice exercises to improve your posture, such as yoga or Pilates. Over time, you may notice that you feel more confident and have better physical health as a result. The second rule in this book is treat yourself like someone you are responsible for helping. Many people are good at taking care of others, but they neglect their own well-being. By treating yourself like someone you are responsible for helping, you can learn to prioritize your own needs and take better care of yourself. To incorporate this rule into your life, start by taking an honest inventory of your physical, mental, and emotional health. What are some areas where you could improve? Then, make a plan to address these issues. This might involve things like getting regular exercise, eating a healthy diet, or taking time for self-care activities like meditation or reading. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't selfish, it's necessary in order to be able to help others and live a fulfilling life. The third rule in this book is make friends with people who want the best for you. One of the most important aspects of living a happy and fulfilling life is surrounding yourself with people who support you and want to see you succeed. These are the kinds of friends who will challenge you to become a better person, provide a listening ear when you need to vent, and celebrate your achievements with you. To incorporate this rule into your life, start by evaluating your current social circle. Are there people in your life who consistently bring you down, drain your energy, or sabotage your goals? If so, it may be time to distance yourself from these individuals. On the other hand, think about the people in your life who inspire you, uplift you, and encourage you to grow. These are the people you want to spend more time with. Remember, it's not always easy to make new friends or let go of toxic relationships, but doing so can have a profound impact on your well-being. Seek out opportunities to connect with people who share your values and interests, and be open to forming new friendships. With time and effort, you can cultivate a strong support system that helps you to thrive. The fourth rule in 12 Rules for Life is compare yourself to who you were yesterday, not to who someone else is today. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of avoiding the trap of constant comparison to others and instead focusing on personal growth. Peterson argues that the only meaningful way to compare yourself is to measure your progress against your past self. This approach, he suggests, will provide a sense of direction and purpose, as you will constantly strive to become a better version of yourself. The problem with constantly comparing yourself to others is that it can be a never-ending cycle that leads to resentment, envy, and feelings of inadequacy. It's easy to look at someone else's life and feel like you're falling short, but that kind of comparison is ultimately unproductive. Instead, by focusing on your own progress, you can develop a growth mindset that will help you take ownership of your life and your actions. You'll become more motivated to work hard and make positive changes, rather than feeling stuck in a never-ending game of comparison with others. In practical terms, a way to incorporate this rule into your life is to set personal goals and measure your progress against them. Keep track of your achievements and reflect on how far you've come from where you started. Celebrate your successes and use them to fuel your motivation for further growth. By adopting a mindset of personal progress, you'll be less likely to be bogged down by comparison and more likely to find joy and fulfillment in your own journey. The fifth rule in 12 Rules for Life, an antidote to chaos, is do not let your children do anything that makes you dislike them. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson emphasizes the importance of parents setting appropriate boundaries for their children and teaching them how to behave properly. He argues that if children are allowed to act out and misbehave without any consequences, they will become unpleasant to be around, and this can have long-lasting negative effects on their relationships and overall success in life. One practical way to incorporate this rule into your life is to start setting clear expectations and boundaries with your children early on and being consistent in enforcing them. For example, if you have a rule that your children must clean up their toys after playing, make sure they understand this rule and follow through with consequences if they don't. This will not only help your children learn to be responsible and respectful, but it will also make them more enjoyable to be around, both for you and for others. Sure, the 6th rule in 12 Rules for Life is titled Set Your House in Perfect Order Before You Criticize the World. In this chapter, Jordan Peterson argues that we must take responsibility for our own lives and personal issues before we can try to fix problems in the world. Peterson believes that a lot of the chaos and unhappiness in the world comes from individuals who fail to take responsibility for their own lives. They blame others for their problems and expect the world to cater to their needs. Peterson urges us to do the opposite, take ownership of our lives, set our own house in order, and work towards creating a better world from a position of strength and personal responsibility. One practical way to incorporate this rule in our lives is to start by taking small steps towards improving our own situation. For example, if we're unhappy with our current job, instead of blaming our boss or the company, we can take responsibility for finding a new job or upskilling ourselves to be more competitive in the job market. By doing so, we are taking ownership of our own lives and making progress towards improving our situation. Only then, from a position of strength, can we start to look at the bigger picture and make changes in the world around us. The 7th rule in 12 Rules for Life is pursue what is meaningful, not what is expedient. In this chapter, Peterson argues that people need to have a sense of meaning in their lives in order to be truly fulfilled. He encourages readers to identify their own values and beliefs and to pursue those things that are most important to them, even if it requires effort and sacrifice. Peterson emphasizes that people often take the easy way out and pursue short-term pleasures, rather than long-term fulfillment. He believes that this approach leads to a lack of meaning and ultimately, unhappiness. Instead, he encourages readers to take responsibility for their own lives and to make choices that align with their values and sense of purpose. To incorporate this rule into your own life, take some time to reflect on what is most important to you. Consider your values and beliefs, and think about what gives you a sense of purpose and meaning. Then, make a conscious effort to prioritize those things in your life, even if it requires sacrifice and hard work. Remember that pursuing what is meaningful can lead to a more fulfilling and satisfying life in the long run. The 8th rule in 12 Rules for Life is titled Tell the Truth, or at least, don't lie. Peterson argues that being truthful is not only a moral obligation but also a practical necessity for a fulfilling and successful life. Peterson explains that lies and deceit lead to chaos and destruction. When we lie, we create a false reality that we must maintain with even more lies. This creates a cycle of dishonesty that will eventually be exposed and cause more damage than if we had told the truth in the first place. Moreover, lying undermines trust, which is the foundation of healthy relationships. When people discover that we have lied to them, they will question our integrity and may never trust us again. Therefore, it is essential to tell the truth, even if it is uncomfortable or unpleasant. However, telling the truth can be difficult, especially when we fear the consequences or judgment. Peterson acknowledges that telling the truth may lead to conflict, but he emphasizes that honesty is the best way to build trust and to have healthy relationships. To incorporate this point into your life, start by identifying areas in your life where you have been less than truthful. Perhaps you have told a white lie to avoid hurting someone's feelings or to cover up a mistake. Consider whether telling the truth would have been a better choice. Next, practice being honest with yourself and others. This may require some vulnerability and courage, but the more you practice telling the truth, the easier it becomes. Over time, You will find that being truthful leads to a greater sense of self-respect, trust, and more fulfilling relationships. The 9th rule and 12 rules for life, An Antidote to Chaos by Jordan Peterson, is assume that the person you are listening to might know something you don't. In this chapter, Peterson emphasizes the importance of listening to others and trying to understand their perspective, even if you disagree with them. He argues that this is the only way to truly learn and grow, as well as to build meaningful relationships with others. Peterson suggests that people often assume they know everything there is to know about a topical situation, which can prevent them from truly listening to others and considering different viewpoints. However, he argues that by assuming the person you are listening to might know something you don't, you can approach conversations and relationships with more humility and openness. A practical way to incorporate this rule into your life is to actively practice listening to others without interrupting or immediately dismissing their ideas. Take the time to really understand where they are coming from, even if you ultimately disagree with their perspective. Additionally, try to seek out people who have different perspectives or experiences from your own, as this can help you to broaden your understanding of the world around you. The 10th rule and 12 rules for life is be precise in your speech. This rule emphasizes the importance of being clear and accurate in how we communicate with others and with ourselves. When we are not precise in our speech, it can lead to misunderstandings and confusion. We may also be more likely to make mistakes or take actions that are not aligned with our true intentions. On the other hand, when we are precise in our speech, we are more likely to be understood and to achieve our goals. Being precise in our speech involves using specific and accurate language, avoiding exaggeration or distortion, and taking the time to clarify any misunderstandings. It also involves being honest with ourselves and others about our thoughts, feelings, and intentions. In practical terms, being precise in our speech can help us in many areas of our lives. For example, in our personal relationships, being clear and specific about our needs and boundaries can help us establish healthier and more fulfilling connections with others. In our work, being precise in our communication can help us avoid mistakes and improve our performance. And in our own self-reflection, being precise in our thoughts and language can help us gain greater clarity and insight into our own beliefs, values, and goals. So, as you go about your daily life, try to pay attention to how you are communicating with others and with yourself. Are you being clear and accurate in your language? Are you avoiding exaggeration or distortion? By practicing precision in your speech, you may find that you are better able to achieve your goals, build stronger relationships, and live a more fulfilling life. The 11th rule and 12 rules for life is titled Do Not Bother Children When They Are Skateboarding. This chapter revolves around the idea of letting children take risks, face challenges, and make mistakes in their play and exploration. Peterson argues that overprotecting children can hinder their development and ultimately rob them of valuable life experiences. One interesting aspect of this chapter is Peterson's comparison of children skateboarding to their ancestors hunting and fighting. Both activities can be risky, but also offer valuable opportunities to develop courage, confidence, and physical abilities. In today's world, however, children are often shielded from such risks, leading to a generation of young people who are unaccustomed to dealing with challenges and setbacks. Peterson suggests that by allowing children to engage in risky play, parents and caregivers are not only encouraging healthy development, but also teaching important life skills like resilience and adaptability. This doesn't mean that children should be allowed to engage in reckless behavior, but rather that they should be given the opportunity to take reasonable risks and learn from their mistakes. Practically, this rule can be applied by parents, teachers, and caregivers by encouraging children to take calculated risks in their play and exploration. This could mean allowing them to climb trees, play rough and tumble games, or participate in sports that involve some degree of physical risk. By doing so, children can develop important life skills that will serve them well as they grow and face increasingly complex challenges. The 12th point in 12 rules for life, An Antidote to Chaos by Jordan Peterson, is to pet a cat when you encounter one on the street. At first glance, this may seem like a simple and frivolous rule, but there is actually a deeper meaning behind it. Peterson uses this rule to illustrate the importance of finding joy in the small things in life, and taking time to appreciate and enjoy the world around us. In our busy lives, it can be easy to get caught up in the daily grind and forget to appreciate the beauty and joy that surrounds us. But by taking a moment to stop and pet a cat or simply observe the natural world around us, we can find a sense of calm and gratitude that can help us navigate the chaos of life. Peterson also suggests that by acknowledging and interacting with the small creatures that share our world, we are recognizing their worth and importance, which can also help us to better appreciate our own place in the world. So, the practical advice here is to take the time to stop and appreciate the little things in life. When you see a cat on the street or a beautiful flower in the park, take a moment to stop and appreciate it. This can help to bring a sense of peace and gratitude into your life, and remind you of the beauty and joy that surrounds us every day. So there you have it, a quick overview of the Think and Grow and some practical tips for incorporating them into your daily life. If you liked this video, be sure to check out other videos on self-improvement and personal growth. Let's continue to strive towards becoming the best versions of ourselves. I challenge you to be better and check out our other helpful videos.